Um, no, just kidding. Um, so welcome to my Sunday chat. Um, this week, I decided that I'm going to talk about my experiences over the past week with the DJI Osmo 3. And when I say experiences, I mean just like casual use. Um, it's been really kind of crappy weather up here in northern Vermont, and so it's been raining most of the time. Can't get out and do a lot of stuff. Not like I really would, but I've used it around though, and I've got to say that I actually am a fan of this little camera. I got the first one of these, the DJI Osmo Pocket thing, when it came out, like, I don't know, maybe like 6 years ago, 7 years ago. And I played with it a little bit, and then I put it on a shelf or in a drawer and just totally forgot about it. But this one actually is kind of cool. You flip the screen to get it started, and it's got a ton of different features in it, none of which I can really explain to you because I don't really know, like, you know, how to go about that. Also, there's something about a sensor, like it's bigger or smaller or better. But anyway, it would take good pictures and video. And I will say that I will put some examples of video that I have taken, like around upside somewhere around here. I'm not really sure where I'll fit it in, but in this area maybe. But yeah, so I like it. Um, it is definitely convenient. Maybe not if you have all of this together, but like if you just have the camera itself, it's pretty small. It's very easy to put in your pocket. This little battery extender thing kind of gives you a little bit more battery life, and then there's the tripod legs that you can like stand it up. Although it's not super well, yeah, it is pretty steady though when it's like that. So anyway, um, yeah, I've been going out and trucking around with it and, shooting little videos here and there with it. And I got to say, I really do like it because it kind of gives you the benefit of having like I wouldn't say like a professional camera. It's not going to be something like a Sony on this kind of thing going on here with the gimbal setup and all that other stuff. It's not going to be like that, but it does give you something that's like a dedicated camera, and the gimbal's already on it, so you don't have to mess around with it, try to balance it, whatever. It gives you pretty good stabilization, like when you're trying to shoot video and you walk. I mean, the walking you can balance a little bit. You got to kind of compensate for that, but I mean, like if you pan around or turn or whatever, it's pretty smooth. And there's a lot of different ways that you can customize that in the thing. Plus, I'm a fan of the DJI Osmo app. I think the Instagram kind of app gives you a little bit more templated stuff, but I think that this is actually kind of cool, and I've enjoyed going in and playing around with it. But yeah, so without getting too technical on it, I would say that if you have the opportunity to pick one up, which I know they're really hard to get now, but if you have the opportunity to pick one up, and it's not like super stupid expensive like that one was, um, then I would say do it. I don't think you'll regret it because especially if you do like to play around with gadgets and you like to shoot video, I think it's well worth it. That's just my personal opinion. So I mean, you know, take it for what it's worth. I will say this though, in comparison to something like the um, the Instagram X5 um, thingy mabob, I will say that they're very different. I think it's apples to oranges, really. I don't think you can. It's right to really compare them side by side because they do different things. I mean, this I feel like if you are getting out and you're like just tearing it up outside, like riding a bike or skateboarding, or in the winter skiing, snowboarding, doing all that kind of outdoorsy stuff, um I think this is definitely awesome. I think you should get this. But if you want to sit around and shoot, video with your family, or you're going to like a concert. Yeah, I guess it would be pretty cool at a concert, so I'll give it that part. But I haven't really been able to super edit these videos yet because It seems kind of like a pain in the butt, but you can do it directly from the Insta360 app inside the phone. So it's not really inside the phone. I meant on the phone. Like you go into the app and then you can do it, with your phone. Let's put it that way. But I think between the 2 cameras, I think this is a little has a little more fun to it, but I think it also has very much a niche to it. Like the whole 360 thing of like, "Oh, I can walk in the tiny planet," or, you can swirl around, but you can do that until you actually try to export it. Then when you try to export it, you have to have one field of view, as far as I can tell. So, if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, and I'm okay with that. But, yeah, so I think probably if it comes down between these 2 cameras, I probably will stay with the Osmo just because I feel like this I mean, cool, and I did just get this freaking handle thing, but I think that the Osmo will give me a little bit more, um, versatility, if you will. I still gotta pull out the Blackmagic 4K Pocket Cinema thing that I bought and try that. Talk about complicated. That thing's complicated. But anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. Anyway, this I think is a good solid buy. I don't think it's too hard to. There's a lot of stuff you can do with it, but it's not too hard to open up, charge, and start shooting video. It's pretty easy, I think, and you get pretty decent results without having to be um, too much of a photographer. Of course, there are tutorials about how you can dial it in and take it out of manual or pro and then put it in manual. Yeah. To change certain things, and that's cool. If you want to do that, that's awesome. But if you just want to like take it out and start shooting video, I think that this is actually pretty cool. I think it's a neat concept. I think with the little gimbal and everything, it works pretty well. So I would definitely say that probably go with that. All right. Well, anyway, that's my this week's what I think about. Join me again next week when I will ramble about something else that I've purchased in the recent past. And oh, you know what? It's not raining now, but it's also very humid and I don't like the heat. So anyway, yeah, I'll just keep cranking out these rambling, incoherent videos until something catches. Why not? Just give it a try. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you next Sunday. No, we're not doing that. I'll see you next Sunday. Thanks.